Hey there, welcome to the video. Now, if you watched my last video, then you already know just how powerful and lucrative the bold and easy coloring book niche can be. It's growing fast and for good reason, because it's simple to create, it's in demand, and the competition is surprisingly low right now, and it's currently going viral. And you know what happens when something goes viral? Well, sub-niches start popping up everywhere, and this is where we as self-publishers can cash in. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds something like you're interested in, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, I've had a lot of requests asking for more niches in this category, so that's exactly what I'll be doing today, where I'm going to be sharing 5 bold and easy coloring book niches that all have low competition and high demand, which is the perfect recipe to get your book sold and is perfect for anyone looking to start making money online with Amazon KDP. So without wasting time, let's get to the first niche. Now, the first niche we have is the Sweet Treats Bold and Easy Coloring Book. And we can see right away, it has a niche score of 66 right here, which if you've been watching my videos, you know I like to look for a niche score of at least 50. We can see total results, 297. So very, very low competition for this niche. But as we go through it, I'm going to show you just how much demand there is for this niche. Average bestsellers rank is 481,000. And we have 15 books right here already published that are KDP books. So we know that there are competitors here. We know that they are selling well. Average reviews 83 with a high of 832, which is telling me that these books are fairly new or fairly recent. So for example, we see published 2024, 2024, 2024, all very recent books. And the average price point, $7.88. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this purple bar, it's called Titan's Quick View. And I use this in pretty much every single one of my niche videos, and basically helps me with my niche research and my KDP research because it gives me all this information as well as some quick view information here. As you can see, this box pops up. So it allows me to see information at a glance, which helps me when I'm doing research really, really fast. So if you want to go ahead and download this, just head over to the Chrome Web Store and make a search for Self-Publishing Titans. You'll see 2 extensions. I have both of them installed, but this is the one I'm talking about right here, Titan's Quick View. Go ahead, install it, and you'll get this purple bar right here, and you'll be able to follow along with this video. And it's also going to help you tremendously when it comes to publishing KDP books. Now, if we look through some of the books here, we can see this one right here. When I hover over it, it'll say under publisher, independently published. And if you know with my videos, this is really what I look for because this is going to tell me that this is a KDP book. And so if this book is selling well, then there's a chance that I can sell well as well. With the bestsellers rank of 146,000, which I always like to look for bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because that's going to tell me the books are already selling at about 1 sale per day, which is what I'm looking for at the minimum. And then we also have this book right here that was just published this year and has a bestsellers rank of 246,000. So doing fairly well. And then this Sweet Treats coloring book that has a bestsellers rank of 72,000 and was published this year in 2024. So we see that there is a lot of demand for this niche. We have this one right here, independently published this year, BSR of 94,000. That's already 4 books that I'm seeing that are doing very well. Here's another one ranking it at 285,000. And then this one right here at 784. This one just above at 301,000. And so we see there's a lot of demand for this book. But like I said, when I look at the search results, 297 search results. So this is telling me the competition is very low. So this is going to be an excellent niche to get into. If we take a look at this book, it has a BSR of 146,000. It was just released this year in 2024. And some other things that I look at the reviews. So this one's pretty good at 4.5. It's mostly a 5-star with probably 1 or 2 of these bad ratings right here. 17 ratings overall, and it's priced at $8.99. So this type of book is typically an 8.5 by 8.5 inch square coloring book, and it has about 30 to 40 images. So it's not that big of a book. As we can see with this book, it's going to be 40 pages, which in the total length is going to be 80 pages here. So not very long. I mean, we see coloring books sometimes that are over 100 pages. So this one's not going to take that long to create. And then if we look right here at the BSR graph, I basically look at this to tell me the historical pattern of its sales, because it's a good way to judge and to see how well it's been doing throughout time. And so when it was published, we can see that fairly soon it started to sell very well. It's kind of hiding right here, but we can see it did very well around this portion of the year in around summertime. But you can see right here, the sales have started to slow down. And so for whatever reason, maybe it's the reviews, maybe it's something else, but the sales are not doing as well. But it could also change because it is Q4. And so this book could start selling well again, which we can see right here. Now, if we look at the sample, so this is the cover. The covers for this type of book are fairly easy to make. They're very simple, just a very simple font, and then your coloring elements that are colored in on the front page. It's actually very fast to create these types of covers. And then this is the interior. And this is why this type of book is such a great way for beginners to get started, is because they are very simple. There's not a lot of things going on here. And so here on the back cover, we can see 6 images of the interior. And so for this niche, it's just various treats or sweet treats, desserts, cupcakes, things like that. And then if I plug in the BSR and the information into Bookbird's sales calculator, we can see this book makes about 2 sales per day, which is about 60 sales per month. And then you add that royalty calculator in here. That's about $6 per day and $194 per month from this simple book right here. And the great thing is that you can do multiple types of these books. So imagine 10, 20, 30, 100 books, all making you a small amount of income per month. Well, it's all going to add up. Now, speaking of sweet treats, the next niche we have is the Mexican Treats Bold and Easy Coloring Book. So this is very similar to the last niche, although this one is Mexican treats. But we can see total results 281. So very, very low competition here. Average BSR 528,000, but notice the reviews very, very low. So a lot of these books are very, very new books, just published recently. Average price $8.05. We can see the niche score 61, above the 50 that I look for. So let's go ahead and look at some of these books. This first book right here, ranking in at 8,906, was just released this year, doing very well. This book right here, 65,000, was just released this year. This book right here, 55,000, also just released this year. 121,000, 216,000, 105,000, 214,000, 272,000. So we can see there's a significant amount of demand for this book in this niche. So this could be a great option for you that you probably never have thought of. And so if this interests you, go ahead and go after this niche. Let's look at this book right here. Has a BSR of 8,906. So very similar to the previous book, 8.5 by 8.5 inches, about 70 pages. This one's actually 68. So this one has 32 designs. Has a 4.7 out of 5 rating, mostly very good ratings. There's 33 ratings overall, was just released this year, priced at $7.99. All very typical stuff that we see from this type of coloring book. Here's some A+ content on the book. So here are some of the interiors. So this is something that you can do if you've never thought about this. They actually sell very well. And when I add the information, the BSR and all that stuff into the book sales calculator, we can see this book is making 27 sales per day, about 810 books per month. Add that royalty calculator. That's going to be $71 per day and over $2,000 per month from this book right here, which is actually pretty insane. Now, the next niche we have is the inspirational, bold, and easy coloring book. Right away, we see results of 1,022. Still very good results. It's about 1,000 or below that I always look for. And so this is telling me that the competition is still not that high here. So there's still a good chance at getting your book ranked here on the first page and being seen by customers and hopefully being bought. The average BSR is 539,000. The average reviews is 79. And the average price, very typical of this niche, around $8. We can see the niche score of 57. So that's looking good. Now let's take a look at some of these books right here. This book right here ranked at 10,582. Has a 4.6 out of 5 rating and 50 reviews overall. We have this book ranked at 76,000, just released this year, has a near 5.0 out of 5 and 18 ratings overall. And then we have this book right here, has a 92,000 BSR, just released fairly recently and is doing very well. If we take a look at this book, has a BSR of 10,000 and 4.6 out of 5 ratings. But the thing I notice about this one is it has a little bit more pages, so 53 coloring pages, totaling 108 pages in total length, and the price is a little bit lower at $4.99. Which can attribute to the reason why the book ranking is as low as it is. We can see for the past 30 days, the trend line is going down, which means the sales are getting better, which is expected because Q4 season is upon us. And so, these books are going to sell even better this time of year, all the way through to the end of the year. Now, some A+ content. So these are the interiors of this type of book. As we can see, some inspirational words here, followed by some coloring patterns. And so here we get a number of pages to look at to be able to see if it's something that we want to get into and we want to create similar types of pages. We can see this book with a BSR of 10,708 makes about $20 per day, which is about $600 per month. The next niche we have is the Cozy Vibes Bold and Easy coloring book. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice is the niche score is a little bit lower at 40. I always try to look for 50 and higher, but after looking through this niche, I'm convinced that there is a lot of potential here for profits because this has very low competition. And when I look through the books here on the first page, a lot of them seem to be selling very well. And so to me, this still has a lot of potential. So let's go through the niche. So total results, 306, very low competition. We have the average BSR here at 502,000, average reviews, about 20 reviews per book, and the average price, $7.58. Now, when I look through the books here, I saw a lot of books that were selling very well. For example, this one right here, independently published with a BSR of 23,000. So this book is selling really well. We have this one right here, has a 257 BSR. This one has a 73,000 BSR. This one's at 39,000. This one's at 235,000, 39,000. So as you can see, there's a lot of good selling books here in this niche. If we look at this one right here with book rank of 229, it has the #1 bestsellers badge. Has a 4.5 out of 5 rating, 218 ratings overall. This is a very popular book, priced at $7.99. And we can see this is the interior of the book. And so there's not much to the sample. Hopefully they'll have some on the A+ content. This is a limitation with Amazon, but on the back cover, there are 4 pages here of the interior. So we get an idea of what this type of book looks like. And then if I take a scroll down to see if there's A+ content, there actually is, which is very, very helpful. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a lot of pages here of the interior. So it's more than enough to get an understanding of what type of book this is. And if we want to create a similar type of book, then we can go off of these pictures right here and just get inspiration from this listing. Now, when I added that BSR into the book sales calculator, I got 392 sales per day, which is over 11,000 books per month. And if I add the royalty calculator in here, that's over $1,000 per day and over $31,000 per month from just this one book right here. So this is the possibility, the power of KDP is because you can, it's rare, it's not common, but you can get to these types of numbers. It is possible. It might not be something that most of us can achieve, but I'm showing you that it is still possible. Now, the last niche we have for today is the cosmetics bold and easy coloring book. So right away, niche score of 55 and total results of just 147. So this is what I consider an untapped niche, because once I show you the books that are selling well, you're gonna see that most of them are selling very, very well. Average bestsellers rank 576,000, average reviews 33, and then average price $7.61. Now, if we look through the books here, this first book has a BSR of 28,000 and has the bestsellers badge. The next book also has the bestsellers badge, ranking it at 898. We have this one, 93,000. This one is a little higher at 386,000. This one's at 138,000, 75,000, 102,000. So we can see there's a lot of demand, and this might be a niche that you never thought of. So if you're interested in making this type of book, well, this is going to be a great niche to get into. If we take a look at this book right here, BSR of 28,000, and then we see these right here. These are the sub rankings in the other categories that this book is in. We see number 1 for cosmetics and books, number 5 in teen health for books, and then number 13 overall in teen and young adult drawing. We can see this book is doing extremely well because it's basically a 5 out of 5 rating. 63 ratings overall, 50 designs, very typical here, but this one's priced a little bit more at $9.99. Here's the cover, very, very simple cover. And then here is one of the interiors, and then 6 more pages of the interiors on the back cover. So this is the type of pages and type of images that this book uses. And we can see this book makes about $38 per day, which is over $1,000 per month from this book right here. So if you were going to ask me which niche out of these 5 would I recommend to get into right now, well, it would be the last niche that we went into because it has really, really low competition, but still very high demand. All these books are going to be very similar in look, type, and feel. So really when it comes down to it, is going to be about the sub niche, because that is where you're going to be able to find something that is low competition, high demand, and be able to take advantage of it and make some sales. Now, if you want more KDP resources, I'm talking keywords, interiors, and more, check out the links down below. I have also my Gumroad shop where you can download all of these if you want. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.